Hi there, I'm Sam from EasyTradingSignals.com, and today we're going to take a look at DeMarker indicator, also known as simply DM. It's a very popular indicator and it is primarily used to detect market reversals, and of course because of that a lot of people are interested in it. What it does is it basically compares the maximum and minimum prices within a specific time period, and is based upon the analysis ideas put forward by the technical analyst Tom DeMarker, and of course that's also where the name came from. Now it's different from other oscillating indicators in that it does not use closing prices. It only compares current highs to the previous highs and current lows to the previous lows. Values above 70 are basically considered to be overbought, and values below 30 are basically considered to be oversold. So how do you actually use the DeMarker indicator in your trading? Because part of the problem is that the overbought and oversold levels by themselves are not really enough to predict a reversal. You need some additional information or additional indicators in order to actually use it to predict reversals and use that in your trading. Because for instance, in some cases it might actually stay in the overbought or oversold area for longer periods of time, and that would actually indicate that the market is in a major trend, maybe because of a news event or something else. So the trick is, how do you actually then know when it is going to indicate a reversal in the market, instead of simply just being yet another indicator that you don't really know how to use? That's what I hope we can get into very quickly, and I'll show you what I've done with a slight adaptation to the DeMarker indicator, and how I've made it hopefully a little bit easier to use, and also one or two things that I look out for when I use it for my trading, because I use this basically every day. So here we have an excellent example. Below here is the indicator. Mine is called the ETS DM Reversals indicator, and you can find it in the Trading View indicator area, or you can simply go to my profile and find it there. So let's take a look then at what we have here. So in this particular case you can see that, let me just hide that for now. In this particular case you can see that we have little dots down here, and you can see that it has moved in the oversold territory, and then it does in fact turn around directly after that. And over here you can see we have an indication of it being in overbought territory, and then soon after the market starts heading down, which is great because we can see that it follows the rules exactly. But there's something else here that I want you to notice, and this is the actual little secret that I use, if you want, very often to confirm that something is going to happen. Now you can also use things like candlestick patterns and other confirmation indicators, but what I look at is divergence. And here you can see that you have lower lows in the market, but if you look at the actual indicator itself, you can see that you do not have low lows. In fact, it looks like you have a slight move upwards, or at least just simply a sideways move. And that to me is an indication that something is going to happen. And that is what I look out for in the market. So currently I have it on 15 minutes, but you can even use it on lower time frames. And in this particular case here we have another case actually of divergence, just looking at it, because we look at that, we look at this is higher, right? It's going higher high, but over here we do not have the same type of movement. I can get that's squeezed in there, you can see that we are moving lower. So that's moving higher, this is moving lower. And here we did have an indication that it is at a high. And these little dots basically appear when there's another indication that it might actually be turning. And that is that once it has been in the overbought or oversold area and starts turning and curling in the opposite direction, that's when these little dots appear. So basically we're looking for cases where we've moved into the overbought, oversold territory, and then it starts curling back up or starts curling back down. But to me, one of the best ways to actually identify when the market is really going to turn is when you have new highs in the market, but you have a lower high for the indicator, as you do here as well. So here you can see the same thing. We have higher highs. So first look at the market, right? You don't look here. Look at the market, look at higher highs, and you go like, whoa, wait a minute. This is my new high right over here. But if I look at the DeMarker indicator, it is in fact lower than the previous high. So we have a divergence, and then that in fact gives you a good indication that the market might be heading down. Here we have a smaller one, but this is also very valid. We have high highs over here, and at the same time over here we have a move lower. It'll be difficult for me to draw a line there, so I'm not even going to try, but we have our little dot that indicates that it is starting to curl down after being in overbought territory. We have higher highs, but with the indicator we have it moving down, and that is going to tell you that the upward push, the pressure that the DeMarker indicator has picked up for prices going higher and higher has actually exhausted itself, and therefore it starts heading down, even though we still have a spike over here that pushes the price higher. We know that it's basically been exhausted, and if you're in the trade you need to get out. But it's also a great opportunity for you to get into the market, especially if you can confirm it with one or two other indicators. Well, so that's it. Just a quick rundown of the DeMarker indicator, how I use it. You're welcome to grab a free copy and TradingView. Just search for ETS DM reversals, or head over to my profile for easy trading signals in TradingView, or even just head to my website easytradingsignals.com and you should be able to find it there. If all else fails, you're more than welcome to send me a message in TradingView, or simply drop me an email at easytradingsignals@gmail.com, or even sam@easytradingsignals.com. I hope this helps you in your trading, and see you next time. Thank you for watching.